joker really feels like horrible. Like it is, oh, that makes me want to take it off right now. But no, and no. Ambiance, ambiance, ambiance. I like ambiance. If I had something else going on, I might do ambiance. But then I get up here and be trying to edit my videos and can't put my funny faces on them if I want to because it's so dark. So, those are the ambiance. Let's see here. Ooh, that is ambiance on a whole nother level. Look at that ambiance. No, I don't like that. 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 Oh, well, can I get it back to what? Oh my! Look, I don't play with my light, y'all. I don't know, but I didn't. I had no clue my light had that going on. Oh, that. Oh, that would be nice for me to make my little. I still gotta make my video. Oh my! Look at all of this stuff. Look at all of this. I don't press buttons, you guys. I'm pressing buttons. Oh my God. Look at all of that. These are chakra colors. I'm just letting it do what it do for a split. Welcome, 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 y'all. This is Sylvie414. I'm all up in the ambiance. I'm all up in the ambiance, y'all. Sylvie414, and I is Sylvie, your rough edge lady, just bringing a little bit of that 414 to y'all, that one in the middle, just a little bit of balance. You know, be able to see things from another point of view is all that balance is all about. You know, balance brings that total well-being, that shalom. I'm just trying to get my light back to white, y'all. Um, give me a minute. In a minute. Wow. Like, oh my. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, and then it reversed. Is it ever gonna come back to white though? Do I have to cut it back off? I have to cut it off to get it to white. Do I have to unplug it to get it to white? Like, what the heck is up with the white? Y'all. Oh. Oh, okay. That changes it to the different whites. Okay. I like that one's okay. Is that the one I had it on? You live and you learn. And if you're going to do better, you got to know better. Welcome, y'all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I have hope. Oh, look at me. The whole time. Why y'all ain't tell me y'all was listening to Horatio and them? Why I ain't know that my brain felt like it was doing extra work to make y'all hear me? Even though I was having fun with my lights, y'all. I was just having a little fun with my lights is all. I didn't know that my lights did all of that stuff. And I done had this tripod for a little bit. Just a little bit. Welcome, 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 y'all. I hope y'all have had a wonderful day. I have had a good day. I'm tired because for the last 2 days, every time I try to take my nap, something happens. And that is no bueno. Not taking a nap is not an option. Y'all, I have a lazy eye. It would be that one right there. And as I was watching, well, this eyelash is on pretty wrong today. So I'm pretty wrong. And it could have been, no, because I was saying that one was the one that was on wrong the other day, but that eye was wide open, and this eye, when I'm looking at it on yesterday's live, this eye looked like this. Like, I be at times, like, I can't even make it look like what it was looking like on that video. It was aggravating the mess out of me. But it is what it is, because it's not like I didn't know that I had a lazy eye going in. This eye has had surgery twice. Now, it does not do what it used to do. Orange juice and water, y'all. I like orange juice. It does not do what it used to do, because what this eye used to do and why it required surgery twice is because it was really weak. The muscle in it was really weak. They had to go in and tighten the muscle because it would just wander. And it didn't wander inward, mine's wandered outward. I can be having a conversation, and next thing you know, the eye was just going, and it was just gonna go over there in a land of its own and do things and stuff that it wanted to do. My eye was a whole Gianna all on its own. Gianna is an inside thing. But Gianna does not need company. Gianna is going to Gianna, buddy. You better know it. With no help at all. That's my buddy, because she has done taken me in and right back at her, buddy. Right back at her. But look, y'all. I'm going to be real. I'm probably not going to be up here very long. Why? I have no content. Not for real. Why? I've had no charger all day long. And we've already talked about this phone. This phone, which did get up to 60% charge, is now at 48% charge, having had nothing done on it. It just dies. If it gets up to 100, it's going to go to 98 time I take it off the charger good. Just for taking it off the charger. It's just going to say I didn't want to be off the charger. But I'm aware of what it is. I just talked to my friend about the fact that his is worse than mine. His, was that a whole nother antenna? Look, one thing for sure and two things for certain. Me and this antenna, we are not going to have this issue anymore. Past tonight. I am going to make sure that my antenna does not come down again. By any means necessary. If I have to put a little hot glue up there, maybe a little wacky tacky. I'm not just going to keep taking the tape and putting new tape up there, because I just wanted to go and stay. And if I put some hot glue up there or some wacky tacky, then it's going to go and stay. That's my thought process. And ooh, come out the ear a little bit. And when it's time to take it down, then I'll take it down and paint if there are any marks that are missing. That just seems like the world to me. So, my title tonight, the Audacity, the fist or the cat. Oh, y'all, let me turn y'all around, because people still want to sit back a little bit. Because I'm tired. I don't like to sit back because my posture. This chair is not the greatest chair for posture. But when I say I am exhausted, and I haven't even really posted content today. I have some. I'm going to do everything. I'm going to post some content before I go to sleep. I'm going to make sure that I post content before I go to sleep. But sleep is going to come directly after content posting. I started on my hair and I tightened up probably like 5 locks. I've just been resting today, but not really even resting. I didn't do much. I didn't exercise. I think I posted content once today. I've been tired because I have been going live at midnight, not regulating the fact that I know that I need a nap. And even though today is my last day until Sunday. So, so I've been live. I think I came live like I was supposed to all this week, I think. Sunday and Monday and Tuesday. Maybe not Sunday and Monday, because that's when I figured out that we need to be doing this according to peak hours. Y'all look what I'm telling you, I'm hanging on by grain. I ain't gonna lie, grain, but my eyelids feel like they want to close. I went back and forth with coming live, but it's about consistency at this time and faithfulness. So long as I'm talking, the hope is that I'm gonna be up. Can't much talk if I ain't up. Okay, so for real, I came up with that title. My reasoning for um the fist or the cap is because y'all know that I talk on this platform a lot about not capping for women, letting each person take responsibility for their own actions. I heard a few podcasters say about um, Carlee that they just went with her story, or absolutely just not absolute. Nothing was absolute, but they just supported her because she looked like us. And my whole thought process is, I wasn't up on that story for one of two reasons, in my opinion, with D God. And I'm going to say that it's going to be the first reason that I give. It's because I'm still working on getting to a place that I'm supposed to be, as far as making sure I'm up on what's going on around me. You know, make sure I'm watching the news. I was trying to current events, and you know that's an old term. That's a term from when I was a little girl. Like when I say this stuff been in me since, I go back and I think on things that I just have always pondered on. Current events was something I've always, and since I was old enough to understand what current events were, that's where my interest lied. So it was either that, or the God said that's someplace you ain't need to be. Now let me just tell y'all about them places that the God says that I don't need to be. When the God says to me, baby, this is some place that you don't need to be, that's because the God knows that I'm getting ready to run amok up and through there. Run amok up and through there. That you ain't need to be there. You ain't need to see that. You ain't need to hear that. Because you was going to cut up. I don't think it was that. I said all of that to say where I heard so many women saying that they were rooting or believing her story, regardless of how fantastic it sounded, just because she looked like us. Hey, that is really a different complexion. I would think that they get the same amount of sun, but they ombre together. You know, I'm really light up in here. That's how they tell you you're supposed to know how to put that stuff on, that highlighter and stuff. I do all right with the highlighter, but I started trying to use that contour and it was something else. But I don't believe that that was someplace that I was not supposed to be. I believe that if I would have listened to this story and it would have sounded fantastic to me, I would have came on and said, look, y'all, I'm just saying we don't know what's going on right now with that Carlee stuff, but I'm just telling y'all that in my opinion, sounds like cap. In my opinion, sounds fantastic. Sound like she is putting her eye, who? My whole thing was, and I ain't even say this last night, and we gonna talk about her parents. But my whole thing was, I probably did say this last night, like, baby, you had said you was not getting out the car when you was on the phone with 911. Last thing they knew is you was just gonna watch the baby. You're just gonna watch the baby. You watched the baby walk for 6 football fields. And then after you watched the baby walk for 6 football fields safely barefoot, then light bulb, ding! Oh, that was a bell. Then the light bulb went off. And you decided, I'm going to get out and help the baby now. The backwards, it's really backwards. And then there was mom. And then there was mom. Cat or fist, because there is a very happy medium between the both. I don't know what the name would be, but there's a happy medium between whether you are going to just totally be capping for your children, for women, or you're gonna try to rule with an iron fist. Because the iron fist thing, it's no bueno. Iron fist is no bueno. Look, I used to watch All's the time, All's the Mauries, where they used to go to boot camp and all of that stuff like that. And one thing for sure, and two things for certain, my eyelashes just stuck to my eye. I need to clean them. They got a little bit of glue on them, so when I blinked, they kind of like. So don't laugh at me if my eyes don't open. Does that mean they really got stuck? But they had issues with households where there was no discipline, and said that those children craved it, and households where there was extreme discipline, and basically said them babies need a break. Capping or fist? Fist or cap? Fist or cap? When there's no discipline, when we're willing to do anything and everything for our babies, no, we don't let them wear that egg on the face that I was talking about last night. Then you have situations where y'all is up in that interview and your husband is just sitting like this the entire time, trying to look and not look at the same time, looking a little ashamed of what was going on. And see, it wasn't until today when I watched a couple of people speak on it a little more that I really did, because I heard when mom said she wasn't able to hug, and spoke on the paramedics. But I think it was Lovely T that just made my light bulb go off. She was home before the paramedics got there. I say she was home before the paramedics got there. So why you didn't hug her before the paramedics got there? Because you know that baby was telling lies. You know that baby was telling lies. And you was hot like fire with her probably. And you ain't want her to be nowhere in your vicinity, because I know what it feel like to not want that chick nowhere in your vicinity. You better ask Mini-Me 1.5. We done had, I don't want you nowhere in my vicinity. Couldn't love no more. But we done had, I said, people can do, and you can say this is not the most horrid thing that has been done, but you did, like, you told a whole you schemed a whole fantastic lie. You had an entire police department looking for you. If your parents had no knowledge of what was going on, because when I saw that interview, your mom's tears looked like they was real tears. Yeah, your mom crying out. Real tears, boo. And then you just come scrolling or flailing or howsoever you came up in that piece. You just came up in that piece like none ever happened. Like you ain't create a whole baby truck house car scenario through the woods running, trying to get home because you got abducted with the Cheetos. So I don't know that you're going to find a lot of mercy. Lord have mercy. And what's his name? Johnson. Nah, yeah, I don't know his first name, but I follow him, so in his voice. He be watching people through the wind, through the blinds. He be watching people through the blinds, and they be making things, because they don't really be making stuff. They be making things. Always. I, when I say I have seen some things on that joke, I have seen some things. Mom got up there. I think they said the boyfriend said this as well, but I watched the mom say that she knew that her daughter had to fight for her life. And then she tried to break it down. And when she did that breakdown, to me, that was her trying to cover her steps, because she said she had to fight physically and mentally. I can't imagine, this is just my thought process. I cannot imagine that if I would have gotten abducted, that my thought process, look, I done lost my train of thought, I'm tired, and I just watched the notification come in. I don't even know what I was about to say. I don't know. But I look, I thought about the dad, because generally, dad gonna go hard for his family. Dad gonna go hard for his family. And my girlfriend and I were talking about that today. I said, we were talking about me and my friend. Now my friend say that I yell, and I don't yell. I know he'll tell you when I yell. He will tell you when I yell. that is why there's a resolution, but the resolution came with me. But God has taught me how to be the bigger person in so many instances where I did not want to be the bigger person. But everything that I believe, everything that the God teaches me is for a purpose and a time. So I'm not getting through. If I'm not getting through to you, I should change that thought process. Giving you everything that you want ain't working. Change that thought process. If making you feel like my iron fist is not working, change that thought process. If this man is bothering me and I go to yelling and he shut down, let me change my thought process. Maturity said, let me change my thought process. And I watched him change. Just like as I began to engage with my social media platforms as I was instructed, I began to watch my social media platforms engage with me. Balance. But if you're in a household, because mom is crucial and pertinent, because mom capped for the daughter and pulled daddy in. It is my total belief that mom capped for the daughter after she found out, and you pulled daddy in because he felt guilty. Anytime that man had to feel guilty, anytime he had to feel like he was doing what he was doing because he felt guilty, that if he did not do it, things weren't gonna be right. Times was gonna be hard on the boulevard. No happy wifey, no happy lifey. It's not too many men trying to go through that. And especially if she would, because we can lay it on. Because at this point, I don't have to, I don't yell. But when I say what I say, and I say it with sternness and firmness, and express that I have already expressed this, because I don't give a flying flip how submitting anybody would want anybody to be. Never in a million years will I be lessened ever again. And for me not to be heard is to be lessened. And that is no bueno. That is no bueno. That is what effective communication is about. That's when I stopped yelling. And even had to bring back to him, you asked me not to yell? Okay, so I'm going to say it to you this way. Yeah, I said it to him a couple of times. Sometimes you got to work with him. Sometimes you got to work with him, you know? But to put him in a position that he does not want to be in, if there is any truth to your husband ain't want to be in that position, and he could have, you know, dynamics is saying, dynamic reason is saying, you know, he should have been like, I was out the door. He knew that that wasn't going to sit well in his household. He was trying to, if that was the case, he was trying to have a happy house. Trying to have a happy house. That balance in between the iron fist and just the total capping for our children, in my opinion, is what's going to help break some cycles. That's what's going to help break some cycles, holding people accountable. People don't like to be held accountable. People like to be able to do what they do, whether it's in the public or in the private, and not have to be held accountable for anything. And that is not how this world works. Accountability is out there waiting to be held, and one should want to hold themselves accountable. As mature adults, one should want to hold themselves accountable, but that is not always the case. So now, based off of, and we're still talking privacy, because there's a lot of things as far as to her mental state that have not been released. But I believe her and her parents know where her mental state is, and y'all know if she needs to be getting some mental assistance. But somebody said, I think it might have been dynamic reason. Said she ain't tried to make that second interview because she don't know what lie she gonna tell. Now, see, that be the issue. When you get to telling lies, you literally have to keep up with them. You gotta keep up with what you're telling, because if you don't keep up with what you're telling, you're gonna go and blow up your whole spine. I mean, I'm just saying. I do not believe that dad wanted to be involved in that. But I do believe that he was heavily persuaded by his wife. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But that is my belief. Again, this not the channel that we gonna be capping for women. This be the channel where we want women to take a look at themselves. The deepest and the hardest look at themselves. That's the best way to live life. Hello, beautiful. Balance. It is a gift. Although not one easily attained. Balance takes work. Balance takes acknowledgement. Balance takes understanding more than anything. Beautiful, are you a hard fister or are you capping? And that doesn't even have to just be with your family. That can be with you. Are you capping for yourself? Or are you hard fisting yourself? Beautiful, if you capping, my desire is that you tighten up on yourself just a little bit. And if you hard fisting yourself, baby, lighten up. Lighten up. Flow freely. I love you. Sylvie is out.